What's good, YouTube? And welcome back to Aceto Corsa Competizione. I had to think about what I had to say there, but this is episode 7 of the Path to Platinum series where I try to get a platinum rating in this game because who knows, maybe I'll go pro and hopefully maybe join some, console league endurance races, tournaments like SimGrid and stuff because I can't do LFM. That's console, not console. That's PC only. Anyways, though, I'm losing my shit. As the title says, I'm losing my shit, and I think it's because I'm suffering a little bit of burnout. I grind this game like off camera daily, and it's not a game; it's a sim. But um, as it is, I suffered a little bit of burnout. I had a really bad attempt at an endurance race at Kialami after having only 20 minutes of practice. So that's my fault, 100%. But apart from that, yeah, I haven't had the best. This is probably one of the worst bits of sessions that I've had. And unfortunately, the ratings will reflect that. So I'm just going to say fuck it and go ahead and get into the ratings and how it's been because I just want to get it over with at this point. Now, all right, here we are with the ratings. Hopefully, there we go. And yeah, we're about a whole rating off, literally. Um, we've had horrible car control. That's been just the downward trend ever since. We've just had horrible car control. Um, a little bit worse consistency, but I mean, look at the car control. The car control is 100% the worst that we've had. Like, look at all those reds. I don't understand car control. I think it's because I've been doing way more overdrives on track than I usually do. Because, I mean, you don't really see that much red prior. But I think I just overdrive the car way too much. And it's become this really bad habit for me. So I'm gonna work on that, and I'm especially gonna like change around my schedule so that I'm not like grinding and losing my brain cells in these you know what the fuck I'm talking about, the online races. That's what they're called. So I'm try and limit those so that I'm not losing my brain and kind of learn other tracks instead of the usual Spa and Monza. Speaking of Spa and Monza, those are going to be the two races you're going to see. And yeah, be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment any different cars or any different tracks you want to see. I'm open to any suggestions. And yeah, just like and subscribe. That's how the channel helps. I'm sorry I said that twice, but I had to get that off my chest. And I'm sorry for a bit of complaining. But yeah, overall, I appreciate every single one of you who tune in and, you know, watch these videos. I mean, they average around 2 minutes, so I guess I really need to work on my deliveries and stuff. But it's okay. We'll get there. So, enough yapping. Let's just go ahead and hop into the video. Um, like I said, we're going to be racing at Spa and Monza. And yeah, hop in. I was doing so good too. I mean, I could have been. I mean, we were staying with and we're right behind that Ferrari that we started with. But I mean, that final bus stop, I think I anticipated braking a little bit too late and overshot it a bit, and that led to me having to turn in super early and super into the inside. So overall, really not bad. Lost the position to the spun Lamborghini you saw going into those S's, but yeah, I mean overall we're doing really well. Track limits there, not too worried about it at this point. So yeah, we just continue on.
Car on the left. We're on the left. We've got some light damage on the front. Slow car ahead.
And as I say that, this dumb fuck of a driver in the McLaren decided, oh, let me turn in when there's an oncoming car so he can, you know, not pass me. And I get caught up in this mess because he's a dumb fuck of a driver. Sorry for cussing. But frustrating because I mean, we were going to gain about 4 positions there had that not happened. But now it looks like maybe we've gained 1 or 2. I think just 1 so far. But yeah, just annoying. I hate drivers like that. It's like, just wait, hold your brakes. Jesus Christ. I get you want to not fall behind in pace, but hold your brakes. Just wait, be patient. I don't get drivers like that. It's annoying with them. But as we almost caught up there. The spun Mercedes behind. But I mean, hey, this is 2 positions technically, so hey, I'm with it like that, so we continue on. Now, unfortunately, this is kind of where it all stops, like action-wise. As you can see on the bottom left hand is the, of course, leaderboard for those who are new, but for those who don't, that's the everyone knows down at the bottom left is the leaderboard. And we're about 7.5 seconds behind the Porsche. So it became just kind of a mad dash for the next 10 minutes in order to catch this Porsche and hopefully get extra position at the end. But thankfully, due to the fact that, of course, there's an incident on the track and we'll have to pit because of damage, etc., and the fact that we've been much faster and have pace, we've been able to actually catch up. Unfortunately, though, it was a little bit too little too late. As you can see, we're on the final lap of the race, no time left, and this is coming to the checkered flag. Almost got him. We almost got him. But yeah, we almost got him. The Ferrari, though, in front of them, spins out. Yeah, that's a normal on that bus stop right there. But extra track limits for safe measure, because why the fuck not? And P6 overall after a very hard fought and recovery type of race. So honestly, I'm happy with it. Almost a top 5 though. It could have been a top 5 had we had a little bit more time, but no arguments here. Good race overall. Opening lap was honestly pretty well. You saw that I pulled off to the side so that I could avoid chaos that you just saw in the usual Monza turn 1. And it definitely worked, as we were able to literally gain back the same position we started in P14. And what you saw at the Ascari was exactly what I was talking about in the beginning of the video, which was the overdrive. And when you overdrive, obviously you lose corner mobility, you lose traction in the corners, and you do a slide. So I had a slide, I had to recover, and I wasn't going to make the whole Ascari, so I had to cut that next corner there so that I could maybe gain a little bit of time, but it didn't matter anyway. I was going to lose time regardless. This race though was really well done in my opinion. We had a lot of battles, and I mean, in this beginning you're going to see me fall back a little bit because I kind of just lost a lot of traction and a lot of grip after that opening lap in sector 3. So you're gonna see me fall back a little bit, and I mean this was a very fast group of cars, and I mean we gained a little bit of positions due to, of course, crashes right there that led to the 2 points into the pit lane. But yeah, overall, keep an eye on this KTM, by the way. I want you all to keep an eye on this KTM that is going to pass me right about now, right here on the right. He was a menace to society in this race. And I don't mean that as an exaggeration. I quite literally mean he was a menace to society, and you're gonna see that later on in the race. But overall, I think this was a oh my god, I forgot about that. And Jesus Christ. Yeah, this was a crazy race overall, and I'm gonna just shut up and let it all happen. Okay, so that I want everyone's opinion on, because, or opinions, thoughts, you know what the fuck I mean. But I want everyone's just genuine thoughts on that. Let me know in the comments. Was that netcode, or did I just genuinely hit him? To me, I didn't understand that, because if I did hit him, or if I was anywhere near him, it would have shown up in the radar, would it not? I never really understood that, because even looking back on this race, there never was any feedback, force feedback when, of course, you hit somebody, right? When you hit somebody, there will be force feedback. But when I apparently hit this Porsche in front that, spun out and hit the barrier, there was no force feedback. regardless of what happened, spin wise, dude was pissed, and yeah, I could already feel he was gonna, kick my ass. I mean, if you look back at, the first chicane, turn 1, turn 2, he was trying to get me. He was definitely trying to get me, and yeah, I have a feeling I'm gonna get it coming sooner than later. But right now, I can't be worried about that. I have a race to try and catch up on, and we're catching up on this BMW and Ferrari that are battling out going into Parabolica. But yeah, let's just go. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was a big hit, and we almost get hit, by the way. I mean, Jesus Christ, man, this race had everything. Too many crashes, too many crashers. I'm not a crasher. Don't at me at that. So yeah, this race is crazy. And that's what I mean by that KTM was a menace. I mean, took out that Ferrari in a very egregious way, coming into that long sweep with my hander, and then going into Lesmos 1, absolutely steamrolls the McLaren in front who hit the barrier. So yeah, and I don't think it's over with yet. I mean, there's no way I could catch it in the straight lines because since it is a GT2, they are much faster straight line wise. GT3s are much better with cornering due to the fact that they, I believe, have better aerodynamics. So they have better cornering speed, and yeah, they're just much slower in the straight line compared to GT2s. But overall, I mean, I was kind of messing up here and there as well, so I really can't say much about it. Look at that. I mean, it just takes off. It's like a fucking fighter jet. So, yeah. Regardless, though, we were still on his heels pretty much. We were catching up, and that's that slow cornering speed. And look at this dive bomb. I mean, you see what I'm talking about when I say, Jesus, man. That's menace to society right there. That was a pretty dumb move. A lot of these moves are pretty dumb. But I mean, shit. What can I say? I'm just the following car, or the trailing car. That's what you said. But here, though, is where it all kind of goes downhill. Because remember that Porsche that we kind of had an incident with?
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Got light damage at the rear. Slow car ahead.
To be like salty or whatever, but I mean, like, that's man-child behavior in my opinion. Like, it was an accident. Even if I did make contact and it showed, I mean, it didn't really show I made contact because I feel like if it did, it would have shown up on radar because I have that radar above and I'm 100% sure that I did not hit it. I never got force feedback. So that's why I'm like, this must be netcode or something. Or he just hooked a straight right on his own to frame me or some shit. I don't know. But, I mean, regardless, whether it was on purpose or not, it's kind of man-child behavior. I understand wanting a bit of... Actually, no. When I think about it, I'm kind of being hypocritical. I did have a bit of an incident at Spa at one point. I did post it on... What was it? The YouTube Shorts. I did post it on my YouTube Shorts at one point, and yeah, I see it kind of hypocritical. But to be fair, if I was final lap, this is like mid-race. It's like 2 minutes left. Come on. But regardless, we really were just on our own at this point, and thankfully the Porsche just rage quit because, like I said, man-child. So, yeah. As I said, though, it's really kind of... We were just really kind of nowhere at that point. So, really, we were on our own. And just to fast forward to kind of let us go, we finished P11 in class and P12 overall. Because, of course, we saw a GT2, the car there, so there were multiple different classes. So... P11 in class, which I wish we could have had better had we not had a man-child in the game. But honestly, that's alright. You know, it happens. That's just racing at that point. I tried to find him at this rate because I'm like, who the fuck was this guy? Because I was genuinely mad. Or not... Yeah, mad. I'd say mad, thinking about it. But yeah, I was mad, and I really wanted to, like, find this dude. So... yeah, I kind of go into the race replay just to find him, see if I could get his name or something like that. And lucky enough, he started right next to me. He was right next to me on the grid. So, I mean, shit. It'd be the ones you know are closest. What can I say? Anyways, though, that's the end of the video. Thank y'all so much for watching. I truly, truly appreciate every one of you who stayed this far. Shout out Horse Squad, y'all my gang. This has been Blavik, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, y'all. Riding steamer, riding steamer, riding steamer, riding steamer, riding steamer, got a bag, now I'm flat, on the loose, stick it from the booth in the air, riding steamer, got a bag, now I'm flat, on the loose, stick it from the booth in the air, riding steamer, got a bag, now I'm flat, on the loose, stick it from the booth in the air, riding steamer, got a bag, now I'm flat. On the loose, stick it from the booth in the air, riding steamer, got a
got a steam, I got a bag, now I'm flat.